Yo, what's good, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on Shooter Straight 2. First of all, before we get into our Super Bowl preview and prediction here, just wanted to thank y'all for helping us get to like 46 subscribers on the channel. Obviously, like we've said before, it's not that much, but we remember the original grind. It's very difficult to get any subscribers, so we appreciate every single person who's liked the video so far. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. And like I just said, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and drop your comment. Who do you think will win the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. I echo everything he just said. I mean, let's not waste any time. Let's get into the main business here. Super Bowl weekend is upon us. It is right around the corner, one of the biggest events in sport. And originally, I wanted to take this on, but you know what? Now that I changed my mind, I'll pass this one off to you because realistically, you are the Mahomes guy out of all of us here. So I'll pass this one to you. What do you think is going to happen this Sunday in the Super Bowl?
Well, look, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs will be winning this game. Patrick Mahomes gets his second Super Bowl. And this is the reason why I think that. Obviously, like I've stated before, the Eagles are frauds. I'm just going to say it. The Eagles are frauds. They are obviously a good football team, and a lot of people are picking them to win just based on their roster and the capability, and I understand that. But the Eagles' road to get here has been utterly terrible, in my opinion. I mean, if you even go back to the regular season, this team didn't really have that many challenges, I would say. I mean, they were pretty much a dominant team in the NFC, and based on who they played, they dominated pretty much everyone they played. They deserved to get the number one seed, but they weren't truly tested. And then, they get the first round bye. And obviously, in the divisional round, they play the New York Giants, who finished third in the NFC East, their own division. And look, that's a rebuilding Giants team. They're not that good. And then they finally play a team that is very good, in my opinion, the San Francisco 49ers, and they basically have no quarterback. I mean, they knock out Brock Purdy, and then they knock out Josh Johnson, and then they got Christian McCaffrey playing quarterback for a down, and then they got Brock Purdy out there that can't even throw. I mean, George Kittle was asking Brock Purdy, can you throw with your left hand? That's how bad it got. It was utterly terrible.
It was not good.
So, in my opinion, this Eagles team, although they are a good football team, don't get me wrong, but just compared to like the Chiefs, for example, I don't think they were truly tested. And the Eagles are frauds because they weren't truly tested. I mean, if they were playing in the AFC, I don't think they get this far. And the Chiefs, obviously, they have been basically through one of the toughest roads in Super Bowl history. I think you could make the argument because, look, let's not sleep on their regular season. Obviously, they played many very difficult games in the regular season. And they did lose to Buffalo in the regular season. They lost to Cincinnati, but then they played a very tough schedule. And then they finally get into the playoffs. They get their first round bye as well. And then they play a very tough Jacksonville Jaguars team. Let's not sleep on the Jags, a very, very good football team. And then they have to play Joe Burrow in the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's a team, they literally just lost to them last year. They lost to them in the regular season. We know how good Joe Burrow is. We know how good this Cincinnati team was. So they basically went through one of the toughest roads to get to a Super Bowl so far. And that is why I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that they have something schemed up here to win this game. I mean, I'm trusting Patrick Mahomes. He's literally about to win MVP, I hope. I'm not going to, it's literally about to happen in a few minutes here, I think. So I'm not going to 100% say it, but I'm pretty sure by the time you're watching this, Patrick Mahomes is the MVP of the NFL. And he's going to prove why he is the MVP of the NFL in the Super Bowl. And he is going to lead the Chiefs to a win here. I mean, I think if I had to put a score on it, I'm going to say the Chiefs win 30-27. It's going to be a close game, 30-27.
Okay. This game is a very difficult one to choose because I do believe in what you said. I think the Eagles haven't really played anybody of no other than the 49ers, but when they did play the 49ers, everything possibly that could go wrong did go wrong. But I think at the end of the day, the Eagles do have a better team, but this is a quarterback-driven league. This league is led by their quarterback, and the Chiefs have been doing this all season. I mean, they are the underdogs again, and I think they like being the underdogs because they are so used to being that
the
team,
favorite,
the favorites. And I don't know how Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid have found a way to make this team, arguably the worst Chiefs team that we've seen in years under the Patrick Mahomes era, get to where they are now. I mean, I don't know how many people picked them to get this far, but it wasn't a lot of people.
Yeah,
but
not at the beginning of the season.
Like you said, in just a few moments, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be announced as MVP. So I'm going to trust Patrick Mahomes to get the better of Jalen Hurts because I have a list here of just the quarterbacks the Eagles have had to beat since 2021. And let's just hear. So Matt Ryan, Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater, Trevor Siemian, Zach Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, Trevor Lawrence, who's pretty good, Cooper Rush, Kenny Pickett, David Mills. Who, like, you're reading this off. These are the people the Eagles have. These are the quarterbacks the Eagles have gone against. I don't know. I did not read one top 5 guy there.
No.
This Eagles,
Lawrence is the best one.
Yeah, Lawrence was the best one. And the Eagles have just been able to play arguably the weakest regular season schedule of all time, and played a rebuilding New York Giants franchise, then played the hospital 49ers to get to the Super Bowl. So no, I think the Eagles have a good team. On paper, they're a good team, but they have not beaten anybody to give them that pedigree that people are giving them, that they're this monster of a team that's impossible to beat. When we saw, you know, the Cowboys do it, when we Dak Prescott do it. I mean, is he that good? I mean, after what we saw, I don't think so. But I just like that Andy Reid, this core player, this core team has already been here. They've been here twice. And Patrick Mahomes has had the courtesy of winning one and also losing one. He knows both feelings, and one is way better than the other.
Yeah, obviously.
So I'm gonna trust that Patrick Mahomes gets this, and this is gonna be a huge statement on his career. I mean, for him to do this, it's gonna be definitely his biggest achievement, and I think Patrick Mahomes is gonna live up to the moment.
So what would your score prediction be for the game?
I think I'm going to have to be similar to you. I think it's going to be 30-27.
So you're just copying my score now. You copying my score.
I think it's going to be it's going to be a close game, and I think the Chiefs are definitely not a defensive powerhouse, but they definitely have those guys that can step up for these moments, that definitely play up to moments of this magnitude. And
yeah.
Oh, what were you going to say?
Well, look, Andy Reid, when you give him time to scheme up a game plan, and that's what happens. When you play in the Super Bowl, you basically get 2 weeks to prepare. You're giving Andy Reid 2 weeks to prepare for this Eagles team. And I know that this defense is going to be well prepared. And in my opinion, the way you stop the Eagles is you make them throw the football. If Jalen Hurts is going to throw for 350 yards and that's how the Eagles are going to win, I hold my hands up and say, hey, the Eagles, you deserve to win. That is realistically, that's what the Chiefs want to happen. They're going to make Jalen Hurts throw the football. And if Jalen Hurts beats you by throwing the football rather than this running game, then that's okay. You know, you take that. Because you have to choose the lesser of two evils here. I mean, you ultimately want Jalen Hurts throwing the football because that's what he's not as good at as running the ball. This Eagles team, if you're going to let them run all over you, they will win this game. And they will win it quite comfortably because they will run down the time of possession. They won't let Mahomes get many opportunities, and they'll win the game. But I think that when you have given the Chiefs so much time to prepare, they're going to hone in on this running game, find a way to stop Jalen Hurts from running the ball as the quarterback, and then also cut down on Miles Sanders and I forgot the Gainwell. Not let him get the ball, and ultimately make AJ Brown and Devonta Smith have monster games. If that's what's going to happen, then they'll probably win this game. But I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to have a monster game throwing the football because of he's just not really a great thrower of the football. I mean,
he's definitely gotten like miles better than what he did last year, but that's not what he is. I mean,
that's not what he is. He wants to run the football first.
And usually from what you've seen with Patrick Mahomes, when you play Patrick, you have to outplay. You have to usually that's going to tip at him either throwing the football. I mean, that's usually how guys have found a way to beat him, or you just swarm him and obviously just constantly pressure him, which the Eagles team could do. It's not going to be unfathomable. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I'll hold my hands up and give them the credit that, yes, they were the team that they said they were. I'm just saying that I have not seen them be a team of notice yet, other than the 49ers, but with all the asterisks on it that everybody was banged up. So, no, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, the Eagles are legit. But if they get this done, I'm not going to be on here and say, you know what, oh, Patrick Mahomes wasn't 100%. He's still on the bum ankle. We saw Patrick Mahomes is a top 3 quarterback on one leg. I mean,
yeah,
there is no holding back what Patrick is. And if the Eagles beat this, I'm going to give them all the credit. I mean, they might have had a Mickey Mouse run to the Super Bowl, but they still have to beat Patrick Mahomes. They have to beat what has been the hottest team in football for the past 5 years. I mean, they've always been on the precipice of making it back-to-back Super Bowls for a while. I mean, they've always been in AFC championships, 5 straight years.
Yeah.
So this is that almost a question. We even mentioned it heading into the Bengals game, somewhat of a dynasty that they're trying to build in Kansas City. But obviously, a lot's going to be answered on that dynasty question come Sunday.
Yeah. And obviously that's going to be a huge talking point after, is this Kansas City team a dynasty? Obviously, if they win this game, of course. If they lose the game, then no one's really going to be having that conversation. But
yeah,
it's one of those things. This is going to be a very interesting Super Bowl because, like I've said, it's not very often where the two number one seeds actually, meet in the Super Bowl. And
and 1 and 2 and MVP actually play each other. I mean, I can't remember last time. And I do think that Patrick Mahomes is going to be the first quarterback since what? He played for Green Bay. Was it?
Aaron
Kurt
Rodgers?
Warner. First player since Kurt Warner in 1999 to win regular season MVP and then win the Super Bowl MVP. So it's been a while since a player's been able to do that. So it's going to be a sight to see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, this is going to be a huge game, and I can't wait to watch it. But like I said, I'm taking Kansas City for the reasons that I've already stated. This Eagles team, I just think that the Chiefs are more experienced in these situations, and it's going to be interesting to see how Jalen Hurts plays because the Super Bowl is a whole different monster. I mean, you always are going to favor a guy that has Super Bowl experience like Patrick Mahomes because we are not sure how Jalen Hurts is going to play in this type of environment. And obviously, this is the biggest game you could play as a football player, so you never know exactly how your nerves are going to be and stuff like that.
No, but as far as that, I think Jalen will play decent. I don't think he's going to play super uncharacteristic, but not to drag this on any longer than it needs to be. But we're both super excited to watch this game, and we'll definitely be here right after to give our thoughts after that game. Realistically, I can't wait till Sunday. Well, big sports weekend.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely huge. So, I mean, look, like you said, let's not drag this on any longer than it needs to be. You know who we've picked by now. You know our reasoning, and obviously, we might be looking like idiots come Sunday. And I'm sure the comments are going to be. They're going to let us. The Eagles fans will let us know in the comments if we are looking like idiots.
The city of Philadelphia will be getting destroyed, win or loss.
Yeah. So, look, obviously, like we said at the beginning of the video, we just want to thank y'all for showing us love on the channel, supporting us, hitting the subscribe button. Obviously, we're at, like I said, 46 or something like that. So we appreciate every single one of y'all. Hopefully, it keeps going up. And, unless G wants to say anything here, we can go ahead and get out of here.
Other than, if you like the video, leave us a little like. It's free. Subscribe. And like you said below, comment down below. Tell us we're idiots. If you're an Eagles fan, tell us why you guys are not frauds. But that's all from me.
So obviously, we'll see y'all on Sunday when we are sitting here either celebrating our correct picks or sulking in our sadness here. So hit the subscribe button, like G said, and I'm your co-host Zach.
I'm your co-host G,
and we'll see y'all next time for another video. Peace.